Hello, I'm Brendan Marks with Capture H2O, and I'm going to walk you through our lead point analysis calculator that's in the technical folder for engineering firms, channel partners, and the like. So here is the form. You can find this in the technical folder in the bottom folder, which is the lead point analysis folder. I would download it as an Excel spreadsheet. Don't try and operate it in the Google format. It just doesn't work very well. So there's two tabs here. We've got our analysis tab here on the first tab, and then a water consumption input data tab on the second tab. So if you notice here, anything in blue is an input field. Anything that's in black should not be touched. So that's either a label or it's a formula. And so here along the right side, we've got cutouts from the LEED V5 format. And so we've got table one, which explains our baseline water use intensity threshold. What you're basically seeing here is a calculation based on the space type of how many gallons of year are expected for that use type. So this is in gallons per feet squared per year. This is in liters per meter squared per year. This is the input that you're going to put right here in water use intensity threshold, which I'll walk you through here in a second. And then table two down here is how many points you can earn by increasing the water efficiency for the use type. So if we meet our baseline threshold, we get 1 point. If we decrease the water consumption for the building by over 50%, we get 14 points. And this will all calculate that through here. So first step here is going to be to input your water consumption data. I've got the dates input here. They're never this clean. It's usually a weird date through a weird date, right? But for this intents and purposes, we're going to say that it's a clean start and end date on your water bill. And we've consumed 500 HCF of reclaimed and 1,000 of domestic water consumption total. So you're going to see on the other side of on the other tab, we have about 13 million gallons of water, total water consumption, and a portion of that is reclaimed. If you're not using reclaim, this calculator still works. Just put zeros in here and it'll work fine. So first step is the most tedious, going through the 12 months of water bills and inputting your water consumption. Second, we're going to fill out the analysis page. So first tab here is inputting the customer name and our date. So today is 12/18/25. We're going to name the building Big Customer Building 1. And we have the address here is 100 Exec Drive. The square footage is going to be 500,000 square feet. And this is where we need to be very thoughtful about the use of the space. So I've got in here office, which is 13 square feet, 13 gallons per square feet, right? So if it's an office use, if it's residential, that goes higher. If it's a university, it goes lower, so on and so forth. But let's keep it consistent with the office building here. We're going to input our domestic water rate, our city water rate. So let's say this is $14 per HCF, and then you've got your reclaimed water rate, which is going to be less, right? So let's say it's $2.50. Okay. Make sure that you're grabbing the correct rate, right? So if it's in kgals, then you're going to need to do some math. If it's in HCF, then you're good to go. So, and if you need any help, always feel free to reach out to Capture H2O for help. And now you've got all your calculations all the way through. So notice here that we've got your domestic kgal rate and your reclaimed kgal rate, but you've got your domestic water consumption and your reclaimed water consumption from the other page, totaling up to your total water consumption. We have our water use intensity threshold, which is going to be your square footage times your water use intensity threshold, subtracting out your domestic consumption. So this 8.976 number. Reclaimed water is not considered water consumption in this calculation. So if we can increase reclaimed water consumption as relative to domestic whether we're using reclaimed in our cooling system or reclaimed for our irrigation, whatever it is, that decreases your total water consumption, and it gives you LEED points. So you can see here we're negative 2476, meaning we're not even meeting the threshold. So let's say this is 750 just for intents and purposes. All right, cool. So now we've updated this number. We are in the positive, right? So we are doing better than our water use intensity threshold, and we're about just under 8% under that water use intensity threshold. So you can see we're between the 6% and the 10% threshold down here. We are earning 3 points currently. We have 11 points remaining to be earned, right? And so we now here have domestic water reduction for the remaining LEED points. So if we can reduce our total water consumption by 42.07%, then we will be getting the remaining LEED points. Here is our cost on full domestic. So if we were to remove all the reclaimed use, this is what it would cost. If we went to full reclaimed, so the other side of that coin, we would go down to $45,000. And our current total cost is $183,000. So looking at this for your customer, you can say, okay, we've got 11 LEED points to earn by reducing water consumption, which is a positive. Let's look at the cooling system as a way to reduce domestic water consumption and see if that can add to this or decrease this number. And then we also have the opportunity to reduce costs by flipping to more reclaimed. So if that's possible, then we have the delta between $183,000 and $45,000 to get there. If this is confusing at all, please reach out. We're here to help. We'd love to walk through this with you. We think this is a valuable tool, but it can be confusing. So please reach out and let us know if we can be helpful. Also, if you're looking for water savings, your cooling system for your customer is a great place to look. And so our value add as a cooling water treater is that we see consistently our customers reducing domestic use from 25 to 100% all the time, and that in the cooling system specifically. So if you're interested, please reach out. Appreciate your interest, and thank you for your time.